Um, you see, what was really brilliant about Crystal Machine was the work with Patrice. Now, I will send you the only bits of memory I have, of documents I have on this.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But it was very avant-garde.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was before you find any of this work from anybody else. But it's not really involved with the records. So I think the best Crystal Machine record there could have been would have been a video disc. You know, already some of the live stuff on the Crystal Machine album, they were images for that. You know, why aren't they with it? You know, so you can't say it's the best you've ever done, because finally it's only one aspect of the whole is shown.
Sure.
And what I think, I mean, best, I have no opinion. What piece of music do I like best of me is for Tide of the Century.
Oh, I see. Gotcha. Yeah.
I like the live version in Amsterdam of Tide of the Century with John Philip, because it's a pretty good example of what we like doing.
Gotcha. What about New Jerusalem?
Post Patrice and post lasers and all of this, but
Yeah.
you know.
What about the New Jerusalem? Were you happy with the work? And you did okay on sales, right? You were selling a lot of vinyl at the time before CDs, right?
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, it sold for 43 years.
Yeah, still selling.
Yeah, you know. Oh, yeah, you know, it's still in print, it's still available. I mean, I no longer manage my records.
Really?
No, I prefer to live in this lovely house. So I exchanged at one point my copyrights for a lot of money, like is now the mode, and I live in a lovely house, you know.
I understand. I understand. And then after, go ahead. And then with that, you were touring Europe, Japan, everywhere. You know, you were going places at the time.
But it was very hard. You see. In 1979, I suppose I gave up, because, well, you know, we got to Glastonbury, right?
Yeah.
We had Peter Gabriel as support. What? Yes.
Wow.
And after Glastonbury, Patrice and I went on to Holland, and we did 4 or 5 concerts without John Philip in Holland. And then I got back to Paris, and it was the 14th of July. And I rocked up at my girlfriend's house, and I had to do some last accounting. And she put the telly on in the evening, and there in Mondio Vision was Jean-Michel Jarre, lit up by friends of mine, people I work with. I thought, oh, fuck this. If this is down to how much can you spend, I'm going to lose. You know, Gong business was very badly exploited. And the result was any money I was making personally out of Crystal Machine, like writing the music, for instance, it was all going off to pay Gong debts. So there was I trying to go around the world with laser beams and shit like this. And I managed quite well, as you say. You know, we got to Japan.
Yeah.
We got to Glastonbury headlining in '79. You know, we did these things. We went to Spain, we went to Holland, but I did my sums, and I spent a whole year on the road, and I paid everybody what I promised them they'd get paid, you know, and I'd lost everything else, you know. And I said to my girlfriend, fucking hell, if a group with a manager phones me up now and proposes me to go and play, I'm out of this, you know. And the phone rang. And it was Douglas, Hawkwind's manager. So, you know, I just went up, you know, I couldn't afford to do any more, you know.
Understand, yeah. Understand.
All the profit that we could possibly make doing Crystal Machine, instead of being invested into becoming the world's most incredible new age sound and light show, was being sucked off to pay Gong debt. And all of a sudden we had a guy selling 60 million albums, showing that he could afford to buy everybody who worked with me. And he did. Everybody but one. He never got Patrice. No, he got Patrice built machines, yes, but he never got Patrice. Sure. You know, but yeah, I don't meet Jean-Michel Jarre much in my life, but when we do, we have a good laugh.
That's good. And then you know, I think I was read somewhere that you're one of the first performers, you know, to bring sort of electronic instrument into like a live setting, as well as the use of laser lighting, right? Is that correct at the time?
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying. You were asking me about the Crystal Machine New Jerusalem albums.
Yeah.
And what I say about them, what a shame they are not multimedia albums.
Yeah, too bad.
We could show all of what we were doing, because we were doing. Well, it was quite complicated. It was good. It was good, you know.
Yeah.
And as you say, it was also groundbreaking.
Oh, absolutely. You know, playing it live, electronic music, and using using laser lighting was way ahead of the time, I suppose, right? At the time.
Yes. And I mean, with the loss of exclusivity that hit us quite badly in '79, you know, where do we go now? Patrice, he went away for a few years. We did the first Hawkwind show together, you know. It was the '79 tour. It was kind of Hawkwind with Crystal Machine, because I would do a New Jerusalem, a Lighthouse thing in the middle of the set with Patrice. And then Lighthouse would become a Hawkwind number, and we would finish the Hawkwind set, you know. And he went to Polynesia and did a bit of laser out there. didn't find it very interesting, came back. And then he came across a new technique, which has got nothing to do with show business at all, but is of illuminating buildings. And this has been a parachuted success. 30 years ago, Patrice was on his knees to the Lyon town council. I just want to light 2 buildings before Christmas, you know. I mean, it's an experiment. Fuck it, you know. And they finally let him do it. Now, the International Light Festival at Lyon attracts about 4 million people.
Wow.
You know, that's been a serious 30 years too. Right,
Wow.
obviously it's pandemic struck as well. I don't know if that'll happen this year. Didn't last. But, you know, the Lyon thing was, in fact, and now you can go to university and learn how to illuminate a building like Patrice. In fact, you can go to university and get a PhD talking about crystal machine, but we don't.
So, were you with Hawkwind? You've been you were in '79 and 1980, I think, and then rejoined them on kind of several occasions, right? On and off, one-off shows.
Yeah. Well, you know what you have to understand is this. Before I went to France, okay, we were talking about this earlier, and I said I was doing the sound for the groups of a management company, you know, like a stables. And one night, it was a concert for High Tide, which is a very remarkable group, which was sadly ahead of its time and got a bit ignored, but very, very talented group that featured the violin player Simon House, who has also played with Hawkwind, with David Bowie, with a number of people, okay? And we had no support for this concert and no star either, okay? So when I'm setting up my PA, these guys come and say, hello, we're trying to form a group. And I should have said, so what, fuck off. But no, I said, well, why don't you come along and perform this evening? And this is the people who are going to become Hawkwind.
Wow.
So I have a relationship with this group since an hour before it was started. Yeah!
Wow.
You know? And you know, Dave and I, we don't always agree, but we're friends for 52 years, you know. That's a long time. And so I came back and did 79 and 80 with Hawkwind, but we were going to fall out because I didn't want to be on the road at that time, and I had something else to do, and we were to fall out. And then when it came round to do this orchestra thing, which wasn't in itself good, but it was a great chance to be fooling about with Lemmy and Dave at the same time, you know, I then started to become a regular contributor. And after my car accident in 2004, 2007, Dave and Chris were in my house saying, no, you're not staying here, you're getting on the road, you know. And I've been working with them more or less all the time ever since, you know. And what lovely things we've done. I've been to Japan with Hawkwind, I've been to Australia with Hawkwind. I've played the Royal Albert Hall with Hawkwind, which was an old joke because Dave used to busk the queue outside back in the day. So, yeah, I'll take you to Royal Albert Hall, Tim. You'll see where we went. You know, we did it. You know, fantastic.
Wow. Playing at the Royal Albert
nothing-
Hall is amazing, man.
Yeah.
It's amazing venue,
It's
and
a
it's amazing. 50 years,
It's
man.
a 50 story. Yeah. 52.
Wow, my God, man, that's amazing. You have done your discography contain I think more than 25 titles, right? Your discography contain over 25 titles. I mean, you have done a lot of stuff, right?
Oh, my discography.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even. I haven't put it up to date for a few years. Yeah, it's more than that, I think. Yeah, 25, 30, something like that.
It's amazing. It's a lot.
I mean,
it's a lot of work, man.
I mean, there's records I don't even know about.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, as soon as you mention the word Gong, you get surprises.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Gong is not, unfortunately, honest business. It's strange because it's now in the hands of people who I would have first have considered to be perfectly honest, but I don't know. No, that's the way David wanted it. Bunch of people.
Yeah, if looking back at your career, is there any particular concert that you will never forget, if you will, or is the 1979 Glastonbury Festival? If looking back at your career, is one or two concerts that you say, man, that was
right? Well, back in 1972.
Yeah.
During the summer, we were part of a touring show that had a group by a French blues singer called Alan Jack, which wasn't called the Alan Jack Organization. They called themselves Vimanas at that time. And a French actress, singer, Valérie Lagrange, and myself and Philip as Crystal Machine, and another American folk singer. And we were trying to get gigs as a tour. And we had a booking in Belfort, which was right out in the east, you know, almost in Germany. Le Territoire de Belfort. And we drive out there and we set up our gear, and it's like round about the time that people should be arriving at the concert that we discovered that none of the advertising we had paid for had been done. And we actually got nobody in. Not one ticket sold. And a guy we had invited, a local press journalist, came up and explained what had happened. Now, this is a record. That's the only time we've had the possibility of playing a concert to no one. And, you know, not even one person. And so we never played, of course, we just packed up and left. But you don't forget that, okay? There's a concert with Gong, which I've written about in my memoir. 1974, we had just written the U set. All right? And we were about to go back on the road. And David had us, as usual, rehearsing a set essentially of Daevid Allen songs. And no, you can't kill me for the 20th year running, you know, and everything. And the first gig came, and we all woke up in the morning and got ready, and no sign of David. And as we're all actually sitting, even Didier, the slowest man in the world, in the truck ready to go, still no David, who suddenly arrives saying, "Oh man, I've lost my voice. In meditating, I can't come to the gig," and saying he can't come to the gig. And instead of trying to persuade him to come, we just said, "Okay, don't worry," and pissed off, right? And so in the bus, we're saying, well, look, let's change the set. Let's play this new music.
Wow.
And it was in Birmingham City Hall.
Yeah.
And we drive into Birmingham, and the roadies are there and are set up waiting for us for sound check. And Venus, where's David? Oh. You know, and we come on stage, and I go on stage by myself, which started like this, with one note, of course, and then Steve comes along and joins with me, and slowly people are coming onto the stage, and it's the Ohm riff for the very, very, very first time. Da 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 da. And we play it all the way through to the da 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 da. And there was total silence in Birmingham City Hall, full. And the total silence continues. And at a certain moment, Mike bursts out in laughter, and that breaks the spell. And, oh, fuck, we have to clap now. But absolute total silence for a minute after the first time the Ohm riff was played. We were just looking at each other going, oh, fuck. What have we done there? You know, you don't forget that. It doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So from the worst to possibly the best, you know.
That's right. That's right.
Man, but every gig is fabulous, you know. I mean, I'm so grateful to Dave and Chris for having me for some of the Hawkwind gigs we've done. Some of them have been grotesque, but some of them you're really proud to be there.
Yeah. You need to write like a Tim, you need to write like a book with all the stories that you have, man.
Well, I am, but writing is not what I do best.
Because you have so many stories, man, to tell.
Writing is not what I do best, so you know. But it's noted down. That's something I am working. I've been doing a lot more writing during lockdown. All these people, they send you their music, think you're gonna make records with them for free. I don't do that. You know, if you want to make a record with me, you bring me over, you know, we work together, we make recordings, but I don't just help people out like that. And so I've been translating books from French into English and things like this.
Yeah. Are you working on new material?
Well, no, I've been working on writing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to get my writing better to finish my book. Yeah.
I got you. I understand. Right. Do you miss touring and then playing live for people? And
well, yes, you know, I mean, as I said, my last time out, right? It's simple. I was on the road with Hawkwind in October 2019, right?
Yeah.
We finished at the Royal Albert Hall,
Wow.
I go home, right? With a friend, we went to Amsterdam, must have been January, to see Steve playing. And it's quite funny because Steve plays with a group who call themselves Gong, which makes it even funnier. And we go to see Steve playing impeccably in Paradiso, which had kind of 250 people in it. So it was a bit dephasing from the Royal Albert Hall to Paradiso. But we loved it because we went for a weekend in Amsterdam to see Steve, you know. And Amsterdam has all sorts of pleasures, okay? Now, I came back here and we went into lockdown. No? And I've been I've been out twice since.
Wow.
You know, I went to see the screening of a film last week where I've done the voiceover. That's all. You know, so do I miss? Yeah, of course, you know. Think concert. Wow, Royal Albert Hall. Wow. Take me somewhere really bad, then I won't miss it anymore. But for the moment, of course I miss.
You're a funny guy.
Yeah.
Tim, that's all the time that I have for now. But it was very, very nice talking to you. And hopefully, when I'm in London or France, we can get together. I would like to invite you to dinner or something, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, London. I'm never in London.
You're never going back, no?
No, I'm never in London.
Well.
Yeah.
How far are you from Paris?
It's about 500k, but 450k. But it's quite quick by train. You know.
By train? Yeah. Yeah, I'm quite sure.
You know, it's very quick by train. We have very good trains in this country.
Yeah.
You know, it's one stop, 1 hour 26 from the train station that's 45 kilometers away.
Gotcha. And,
But,
definitely, I want to send you an email because I'm interested in getting some of the boxes and some of the other CDs I don't have, you know, signed by you. So definitely, I'm interested in buying some of the stuff, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, you're going to have to cut this and edit it, but I'll be interested to hear what you make of it.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Tim. Have a great afternoon, and thank you very much for all the good music, man.
Okay.
Thank
My
you.
pleasure.
Take it easy. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.